Alright, what is up? What is up? Welcome to a new episode of the DCC podcast, episode 150, yeah.
Oh. Them buttons, they're mighty tricky.
150, season 2, yeah, let's get it.
Yes, energy.
Before we do get started, let's feast your eyes.
Feast your eyes.
On the prize.
For our YouTube
yeah, shop Glow Nude if you're on YouTube, if you can see it.
Yes, if you're looking at the visuals, what we have in front of you is Glow Nude products. And you can follow us on our Instagram at glow.nude. Or you can go to our website at www.glownudeshop.com. 100% organic products for your skin and every skin. Yeah. Link is in the description.
Yeah. Alright, let's start the show. Let's kick it off. We spoke a little bit about daylight savings time in the last episode. So I feel like we should do this just for our ones who feel like it's that time. What is time?
Time. Yeah. What is time? I feel like time is unexplainable because it's like you hear all these inspirational quotes like, oh, time is the one thing you can never get back. There's always time. There's 24 hours in a day. It's like, yo, how much time do we really have and what is time?
Time is of the essence.
Yeah, and what does it mean to you? For me, I don't like when people waste my time. That's a big thing for me.
So, you measure time, and I'm pretty sure we kind of touched base on this a little bit. Time's currency, right? We said that.
Yeah, time is definitely currency.
Time, how you spend it, time, chronological set of order. You know what I mean? Keeping track of events. That is time. You know, things happen over time. Things are happening as things are happening. So time. What is time?
Let's look it up. Let's Google.
Yeah, I feel like
Google, shall we?
When I look at these major questions like this, I always go back to like everything being man-made, right? Mm-hmm. Like man-made time, you know,
yeah.
Or how we track it as of today. You know, everybody has a clock. You got to watch. You know what I mean? So, what is time? What does the definition say?
All right. So, the definition of time is the indefinite, continued process or progress, my bad, of existence and events in the past, present, and future regard as a whole.
Yeah, to keep track of events as time progresses. As
you can't say what is time without using time. I feel like time is it's something you can't explain because for us to track time, it's so many different ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? And
so they say the sun is the more linear option.
Yeah, but
shadow.
For the fact that we go by calendars, we go by analog clocks, we have to have a physical representation of what we feel time is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like us as humans in the now put something on time. I know this sounds like a really high-ass conversation, but
we're not even high, so think about that.
I am. But
I'm not. So I'm fully here with you guys.
No, but think about it like this, right? If it's 6 o'clock right now, and it's like 10 o'clock in freaking Tokyo on the next day, what does time mean? Because if we can easily manipulate time and say, oh, it's this time here and that time there, and then we're an hour ahead, an hour behind, it's easily manipulated. So I don't feel like time has a certain definition because we constantly play with it.
I see what you're saying. I feel like more so to answer the question, what is time? That's a tough one still because
the limit does not exist.
The limit does not exist. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. So that's where we're gonna leave it. The chip on your shoulder. I know, we love the sayings here. Like, if you guys are new to the show, go back to the older episodes. We love a good saying.
We be giving it up crazy with the sayings.
The chip on your shoulder, right? I always hear that, and I'm like, I laugh because it's like, of course, you know how we feel about sayings, but I always visually imagine these things.
Like someone having a chip.
Yeah, and it's literally like, it's the funniest shit to me. But, chip on your shoulder, I think it means to like walk around with a grudge, right? Like,
in a sense, yes.
The world is out to get you, you know, the chip on your shoulder, you know what I mean? So, why is this important? Why was this?
I wanted to know if the chip on your shoulder can it be justified at times? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everybody's struggle is independent. Like, whatever you went through, that's on you, alright? So, don't expect me to feel a certain way because your life is a certain way. Like, you shouldn't expect that of me because I didn't go through what you went through, right? So, I can understand why you have a chip on your shoulder, but I don't feel like it's anybody else's fault, you know what I mean? And that's how that's carried.
It's not anybody else's fault, but it is an individual's experience, right? So it's an individual's personal experience.
Yeah.
So if I feel like something, because of this particular situation happening to me, I'm going to have to move a different way throughout the space we call Earth. So if I get involved with somebody and, you know, something they do to me is triggering, I'm justified in my feeling, is what I'm saying. But people like to say...
Because of your experience, but...
Yeah, because of your experience.
The person who's getting your feelings now, they're also justified in how they feel because they're just the receiver, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like constantly we want people to get over what the issue really is instead of like experiencing, you know, what's happening. Not all the time it's about getting over. Sometimes it's getting through the experience in itself. And I feel like a lot of people don't get to do that because when you're walking around and you are upset, people feel like you have to automatically get over your experiences. And I feel like why a lot of people suffer with mental illness is because they don't get proper outlets to release. You know, you can't get on the internet and somebody like get over it. You talk to your family, get over it. You know, I feel like not all the time, but sometimes the chip on your shoulder is a little justified. You know.
Yeah, I feel it definitely.
That's Pete.
My thing is always like, yo, don't make that somebody else's problem. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. You can't make it somebody else's problem.
Yeah, you went through that, and I get you. You went through that. I can, because I'm someone, you know, if you're someone who's empathetic, like, I can empathize. If you're someone who can't. A lot of people can't. But don't expect everyone to be empathetic. There's some people who's going to see you like, hey, yeah, you have a tough time, but guess what? I had a really, really tough time. So, suck it up. You know what I mean?
You know what, to add to this topic, you know what's crazy? I don't know if you guys know this, or remember, but when you're in elementary school and I believe middle school, they do book fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you remember the book fair. So my kid went to the book fair today and he decided to get a journal. And I thought it was pretty interesting while we're on the topic of mental health because at a young age, I think it's extremely imperative to have a journal to express yourself and your emotions because when you're that young, it's a little bit difficult to, I want to say, push how you feel into words. So I thought it was pretty cool him
That's a mature decision.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jot down my thoughts. Excuse me? You writing raps? You writing raps?
I thought that was pretty cool, you know.
That's lit. That's super lit.
What's crazy is that the journal comes with a lock and key. And I offered to hold one of the keys, and well, I kind of took it because you don't get to hold.
I'm gonna read your journal.
No, that's one thing I wanted to stress as well. Like I wasn't gonna read it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna read it because that's an invasion of privacy. The only time I read it is if I feel like he's kind of wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like when he's getting out of hand.
Well, today she just struggling.
I refuse to be one of those parents to read my kids' journal.
So I read your journal today. all over my shit.
Nah, I'm not gonna read it, but I thought that was pretty cool, him copying a journal, and I thought it was pretty cool that it came with a it was pretty interesting that it came with a lock and key.
Nosy you know how they advertise that. You ever want to jot down your evil's thoughts? We get a nosy mom. Nosy fit mom.
Yo, it's crazy, yo. Oh my god.
Alright, let's get out of this.
Shout out to the Scholastic, yo.
Yeah, for real. So, I want to talk about this, you know, sticking in the realm of kids and stuff like that. The most influential teen show. Now, let's remind you, we're no longer teens.
We are no longer teens.
Are we doing Gen Z teens?
Nah, fuck them. We're doing our generation teen shows, the most influential teen shows.
Late millennial teen. Example, give me, like, where are we going with this? We're going
to you, like, what was the most influential teen show to you?
Big Zack and Cody vibes.
Zack and Cody?
I'm from that era. That's So Raven, of course. And I want to put Phil of the Future there. And I want to put Zoe 101 there. But I feel like it really got to be another black-based show. And
but our reality is
there wasn't much. To be honest,
there wasn't much.
There really wasn't much
black TV shows, because I wasn't really fucking with Moesha and the Parkers like that until
later on. Yeah. Sabrina. So I remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch being a big part of my teens. So yeah, that's it for me. What about you?
For me, the most influential teen show, when I was watching That's So Raven, that kind of made me want to be a fashion designer. So I'll say, yeah, that time of my life was crazy. But yeah, definitely That's So Raven and Hannah Montana for me.
Oh, damn.
That's So Raven and
Hannah Montana. Damn.
Yeah, I was stuck on Hannah Montana for a while.
And one more. You doing three. You said That's So Raven and Hannah.
No, for me, I'm saying for me, it was That's So Raven.
We're doing three.
We're doing three?
Yes.
For me, it's That's So Raven, Hannah Montana, and Zoe 101.
Ooh,
those three. Zoe, because I feel like that show made you want to be on some shit. Like, Zoe was always quick with the ideas. She was always on one. So I rocks with that.
Yeah.
I rocks with that.
Oh, man. So, with that being said, we wanted to go through a little nostalgia for you guys. You know, we bring back a little nostalgia vibes. But we are going to go ahead and take a break right here. If you're new, I usually play a beat or a song. So, this is that. Just you guys could just, you know, think about some stuff while you do some stuff. So, this is a beat by me, J Degrees. Enjoy. And we're back. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. And if you do want more information about the stuff, hit me up.
Imagine if we screamed as our intro. How many people do you think would click off?
What do you mean screamed?
In the middle of every show, or at the beginning, we screamed as our intro. I just came in and just screamed.
People were talking about it, but they'd be like, "Yo, what is that about? Like, why are they doing that?"
Just to wake you up.
That was the sickest.
We're your morning coffee.
I wouldn't fuck with that. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, we're back in.
We're talking about shows, so let's talk about movies.
Yes.
Movies that made you cry.
That gave you the feels. What movie made me cry? A lot of movies, surprisingly. I don't know why. I have a problem. Like, I cry at the stupidest shit in movies. I would say Beastly made me cry. Aquamarine.
What's Beastly?
Beastly, you don't remember? The Olsen twins was in it. This guy, he was mad superficial. His daddy's rich. Typical, lifestyle. He was mean to this one chick, so she turned him ugly, and he had like a year to make a girl fall in love with him.
I remember that.
Or he'll stay ugly.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
You cried at that?
Yeah, I don't know why that movie made me cry.
Or like
Just cause, like, because it was kind of sad and, you know, we were being mean.
Being mean to me. what was the other one?
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, in no particular order, rather, but yeah.
Do you have another one? Just the three.
What other movie made me cry?
You said it was a lot, that's why, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there is a lot, but I can't reel them off right now. You go. I gotta think.
Alright, so for me, most recently, because I was watching it, Annie.
Annie,
the Black Annie.
is that the one? Oh my God, with Jamie Foxx?
Yeah. let me explain. I was watching Annie, and I guess there was a fundraiser or whatever, and she was singing this song, Opportunity or something like that. Now look at me and this opportunity. I was like, yo, bro. What?
Give me a chance.
Yo, give her a chance. Just give me a chance. Yo, man, illest tears. Like, yo, man, like.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Like, give her an opportunity. Like,
for real,
crazy.
Yo.
That, I remember, Bridge to Terabithia being really sad.
Yeah, Bridge to Terabithia was
good. And there was this one about when I think Macaulay Culkin was really young. And
My Girl. Oh man, that movie's sad as hell, yo.
Yeah, those three are
definitely
my big cry three.
The newest movie that made me cry. With an honorable mention. Okay, the first one is Beyond the Lights, and then the second newest one is what is it called again? The Platform. It's about like how greedy we are as a society.
Made you cry?
Yeah. It's quick synopsis. Spoiler alert. It's on Netflix, and pretty much you get submitted into this like what's like a prison. You get put on different floors. You wake up on different floors. If you're at the highest floor, you eat first. But you change floors. And it's just freaking sad because the people below you, I think it's like 300 floors in total. So the people below you don't get to eat, you know?
Yeah.
So it's sad. This is what the life we live.
Homeless people don't really get to eat sometimes, so.
Yeah.
Life, you know.
Yeah.
I hate to really get there, but you know, I feel like it's important to analyze the shows that made you per se cry, just to see where you at emotionally as a human. And why did this movie make me cry? So that's why I was really wanted to analyze it. I mean, like, why am I crying at this specific movie at this specific part? Like, what triggered it? Because I wouldn't say you chose to cry. Like, you don't choose to cry at a freaking movie that's especially not real. So I thought that was interesting. I wanted to talk about it. Like, what movies made you cry? Like, that was so random, you know what I mean? I was really just watching a movie, like, into, smoking and shit, like, I'm chilling, like, I'm not here to cry at Annie. So,
I was like, Annie?
So I was very shocked, like, wow, I didn't even talk about movies that made you cry, because Annie just made me cry, so.
I feel like it's good to release, emotions a little here and there.
So you're not a fucking weirdo. So
yeah.
That's that. Think of one
more. The big one.
And by all means, I have every right to say whatever I'm gonna say. Believe me, all right. I know we're from Jamaica. We're born and raised from Jamaica. But when we left Jamaica, the very first place we went to was New York.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We talked about our New York story. We went to upstate New York, and then that slowly dwindled down into being in the Bronx for a little bit, and then so on and so forth.
Right.
Living in New York, living in NYC, right? It's not for the weak.
It's really not. Yo.
They do say if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere for a reason, right? New York, right? First of all, if you're new to America, New York is one of the major cities. Or if you don't know much about America, New York is a major city.
Yeah, it's part of the tri-state area.
In New York. New York City is in New York, the state. But it's a very central metropolitan area in New York, right? New York City has 5 boroughs. Some don't like to call Staten Island a borough, but it's a borough.
Bonus borough. It's like Pluto, not being a planet.
Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Bronx. Yeah.
Harlem.
Don't butcher me. It's been that. But I lived in New York for a very large parts of my life, off and on for multiple years, and it's not for the weak, man. From first of all, there is a subway system. You have to use the subway system.
Yeah, the commute. Let's start with the
your
commute.
choice. Guess what? There's a subway system, and you have to use it.
Yes.
So there's that. No choice over transportation, right? Number two, if you work in New York, you kind of have to work in the city. I'm sorry, if you're really gonna try and make a living, you have to work in the city.
So prepare for the hustle and bustle.
So it's gonna be a hustle and bustle.
Yes, a constant hustle and bustle.
Constant. And the train, do what train do when it's in a large city with over millions of people. It's an issue almost every other day. And forget about trying to be punctual at work. You kill all that.
Yep.
Kill all that.
Yeah, we talked about time.
It's never gonna matter. It's never gonna matter. You're either gonna be late 1 out of the 7 days, majority of the time during the week. The train is just gonna stop somewhere for an hour, 2 or 3 hours. What else? You kind of have to be cutthroat, like me. You know what I mean? You see a bum on the street, you can't say anything.
No, but
you see a bum on the train, literally in your face, licking your face, you can't say anything.
The thing is with New York and moving through New York as a space, you have to understand that if you don't like body to body, if you don't like, the fast pace lifestyle, you're not cut out for New York, because you're gonna have somebody standing literally right inside your skin on the train.
No personal space.
Yeah, like when you're walking, there's somebody stepping on your shoe heel. Like, it's literally fast, clustered place. But
and to add this, sorry to cut you off, and to add that, it's a fashion contest. So just impress every day. Every word and have anxiety.
Not for nothing though. New York makes dreams come true. There's a reason why people want to move to New York. But at the end of the day, the real is, if you're not prepared for what we just expressed, stay away from New York.
Build a tough skin. Have a trial run in New Jersey first.
Yeah, I was just about to be like, come to Jersey. Come to Jersey.
That's what a lot of people do.
And prepare for a lot of cream cheese on your bagel, yo. A lot.
You're gonna have cream cheese with a side of bacon.
It's literally the whole time, yo.
I think that's what it is when it comes to living in New York.
That's Pete.
All right, time to wrap it up. Time to say goodbye, guys. We're gonna run into our music take. Cut it short today. What we got? We got Sabrina Claudio. Let's talk about Sabrina Claudio for a little bit. Sabrina Claudio, we like to call them the Whisper Singers.
Yeah.
She's one of the Whisper Singers. She's a very
Talented
Whisper Singer.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say Janae Aiko kind of ushered this sound. She's good, but like I was telling sister the other day, like, when you build your crowd and you build yourself into a box, it's cool to stay there, but for me as a musician and as a listener, I want to hear you experiment. Not to knock what you do or not to knock what you dropped or say like, it was ass, there's supposed to be shit for you. But like, I feel like you should kind of experiment a little bit because you're so good at doing this. Mm-hmm. Not to knock what you've done, it's amazing, but I want to see you expand. But her most recent project, my phone just locks, Archives and Lullabies, it's really good, and it's in that realm of music I'm talking about, that you can play while you do your yogas, you can play while you, go for a run or a walk, it's nice, smooth melodies.
Yeah, really this is definitely a wind down album, right?
Yeah,
you play this,
wine and,
you play this when you're winding down, you chilling, you got your girls over, you got your dude over, whatever it is, you throw on some yoga, you meditate. If you're that type of person that just needs a little bit of background music and you need it to be a little sultry, Sabrina Claudio is your gal. This album is definitely given, lullabies.
Archives.
Definitely. It lives up to its name.
Facts, for sure.
Who we got next,
and we
yo?
got Black or Six Lack.
Six Lack. He hates when we call him that,
Yeah.
but anyways.
He has an album coming out March 24th. It's called Since I Have a Lover. There's a track also called Since I Have a Lover. It's really nice, but I'm not here to talk about that track. I'm here to talk about Talkback. That track off of the up and coming album. These are releases, these are singles from the album. That track is prime Six Lack.
Yeah, Six Lack always
really
gives. Like, I don't think I ever heard a terrible Six Lack song.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm really excited for the album. And one feature, only Don Toliver. So we just talked about Don Toliver. So
yeah.
last episode. So look at that, full circle.
You know what I describe Black as? He reminds me of like if freaking Bryson Tiller had a doctorate. Like, if he went to
Dr.
school
Bryson.
to be a professor. Like, he gives that vibe. Like, he drops the bars, and I feel like he can sing a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I like the way he approaches. He just brings a different
Energy.
outlook. Like everything he's on, from that song with Kodak Black and
Drizzy.
Like you hear him on the song, and it's like, oh wow, this is a new voice. Like his voice is different. He's just like a fresh sound. So I'm very excited about this album, and very excited about new music from him. And he's one of those guys that take a while to drop, but when he does drop, it's like, yo, you won't listen to that. Plus Bryson, like I miss Bryson. I feel like we get our daily dose of needed Bryson type music from Six Lack.
Yeah.
So shout out to that, shout out to him.
Oh, but I also wanted to talk about two that we didn't get a chance to hit. It's a fairly old song, old meaning that has been out for a minute now. What's it called? 16 Chop Up by Skilly Bang and NLE Chop Up. That song is fucking fire, yo. I don't care what anybody else has to say.
Big 16. Big 16 Chop Up. Big 16 from DC.
Yo, not too much on fucking Skilly Bang, yo. That song's fire. What can I say?
Yo,
It's a banger in the gym.
I love that song.
Yo, when I first heard it, I literally had to take my headphones out and blow on it. I had to cool it down. It was that hot. It was that hot, yo. That song is fire, yo.
What a great song.
Yeah.
So yeah, check that out. Skilly Bang 16 Chop Up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it, right? We can have quote for that.
That's it, yeah. Our bills are paid.
So, as always, you want to subscribe to us on all platforms, share, tell your friends, like, hey, this is a show that there's two people talking, and I think they're kind of funny, so.
That's exactly how you deliver it.
How do you promote a show you know nothing you're promoting? Like, what do they say? People talk on the show. Like, people aren't promoters, so like, what do you say to someone to have them share their stuff with their friends? Is, hey, just share it. Share it with your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, let me go check this out. That's it. Check this out. Yo, send, hit the share thing. You know, the arrow looks like this, and hit messages, and that's it.
But not only that, there's a feature on Instagram where you literally can share and share it to all your friends.
Yeah.
Just do that. That's it.
That's the littlest thing we ask of you. For you to be a part-time promoter for us.
That's hilarious. That's the
Smallest thing we ask. Yo,
Sure.
share this like your entire running around. Yo, what do you know about this? Right? Yo, we gotta go. We can do this forever. But we are war with ourselves. We're war with everyone outside. Be safe out there, guys. Peace.